they will put 1 energy to Mew EX, and they will boss's orders my Snorlax. Oh no, they're gonna copy our attack. Here it is. What? No! Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Snorlax EX from the Prismatic Evolutions expansion set. You guys already know how much I adore Snorlax, so you know I had to cover this one for this channel. This time though, we got our very first Snorlax EX, and Snorlax EX is nothing special. It is a basic colorless Pokemon with 260 HP, and it has 2 attacks. The first one is Strength. For 3 colorless energies, it deals 80 damage. But its second attack, Toss and Turn Press, is what makes this card really fun. For 4 colorless energies, you flip 3 coins, and for each heads, you deal 120 damage. Yes, of course, they had to design Snorlax this way, but yeah, depending on your RNG, you can deal anywhere from 0 to 360 damage, which may either lead you to lose the game, or it may just be enough to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. The high energy cost for its attacks can be quite difficult to fulfill, but we do have help. In this build, I'll be utilizing Archeops. It has the Primal Turbo ability, which allows you to search your deck for up to 2 special energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Of course, I will be using Lugia VSTAR to set up Archeops. Thanks to its VSTAR power ability, Summoning Star, you may choose up to 2 colorless Pokemon from your discard pile and put them on your bench. You can use Mesagoza or Capturing Aroma to search for Archeops, and then you can use Ultra Ball or Professor's Research to discard them. Or you can also use Explorer's Guidance. This allows you to look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 of them in your hand, and then discard the other 4. This may just allow you to discard one of your Archeops. For my other attacker, I'm also using the new REGIGIGAS. It has the Jewel Seeker attack. For 4 colorless energies, this attack deals 100 plus damage. However, if your opponent's active Pokemon is a TERA Pokemon, this attack will deal 330 damage instead. This attack is so strong that it can pretty much one-hit knock out most TERA Pokemon in the game. And since there's a lot of TERA Pokemon being played in the format right now, it's a no-brainer to start including REGIGIGAS in your build where possible. As for my spec card, I'll be using Scramble Switch. This allows you to switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. And if you do, you may choose to transfer some or all of the energies from the Pokemon you move to the bench to the new active Pokemon. Honestly though, there's really nothing too special about this deck. It's very straightforward. You just try and knock out your opponent's active Pokemon as much as possible and take all of your prizes that way. And I'm just really happy that we finally got our very first Snorlax EX in the new format. The unfortunate thing about it though is that it is based on RNG, and depending on how good you are at taking chances, you'll either love this deck or hate it. And I'm sad that Lugia VSTAR will soon be rotating out, but then again, this is a great chance to use it while we still can. Overall though, if you like them coin flipping actions, then you'll definitely have fun with this deck. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below, and now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Snorlax EX. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video, and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. We are going to start this one with a Bidoof in the active spot. I have no support cards in my hand, however, I have Capturing Aroma and Mesagoza. Hopefully that will help us out to set up at least one Lugia V on our bench. And later on, we'll need to discard Archeops, set it up, and again, that's going to be our main energy accelerator for our attackers. For now, I'm going to use Capturing Aroma. We got Tails, and that's actually good because this allows us to get a basic Pokemon, starting with the Lugia V. Set it up on our bench, and with Mesagoza, we failed it though. We can get a big barrel for that. For now, I'm going to use Jet Energy to switch my Lugia V in the active spot and just end my turn here. So in case my opponent can attack on their first turn going second, hopefully my Lugia V can survive an attack. Next turn, I can evolve into Lugia VSTAR. I can also use Mesagoza, hopefully get a big barrel, draw more cards, and go from there. For the meantime, my opponent will start with an Iron Bundle in their active spot. They also have Radiant Greninja. And they're going to set up a Charcadet. We're going against Ceruledge EX, guys. So with enough energies discarded, they have the potential to one-hit knock out any of our Pokemon. Okay, they're just gonna end their turn here. And we got Explorer's Guidance. And we got an Archeops. Nice. So we look at the top 6 cards of our deck. I'll keep capturing Aroma and double turbo energy. Everything else we can discard. At least we'll have one Archeops in the discard pile. And I'm gonna try for a Bibarel here with Mesagoza again, but we failed it again. Maybe capturing Aroma? No, we got Tails. But that's okay. At least we can set up a Snorlax EX this time, and then with one Archeops in the discard, I think I'm just gonna use Summoning Star ability. Typically, you'll want to set up 2, but for now, I'll just set up 1, and it should be fine. I'll start to energize my Snorlax EX, and with Primal Turbo, I'll fully energize my Lugia VSTAR, and then we can get a knockout here against Radiant Greninja with Tempest Dive, dealing 200 damage, and yes, we will discard that Stadium. So we'll get our very first prize for the game. So now the question is, will my opponent evolve into a Ceruledge EX here? Can they build up enough energies in the discard pile to knock out our Lugia VSTAR? That's the question. And Radiant Greninja really helps out in this deck, because not only does it discard energies to increase Ceruledge EX's attack, it also helps them to draw extra cards. Dude, they will use boss orders and target our Archeops. Oh no. But what's this? My opponent retreats their Charcadet, and they're just gonna end their turn. Yo, we survived the attack. Let's go ahead and retreat our Archeops before we put it in any more danger here. I'll use Explorer's Guidance, and we'll keep Scramble Switch and Professor's Research here. And then Primal Turbo the rest of the energies that we need. I'll just attach these two to Snorlax EX, and then we can start attacking with our Toss and Turn Press. So we just need 1 heads here. Alright, we got it. With a double turbo energy, reducing our attack by 20, we just needed that 1 to get a knockout against their Iron Bundle. So we get our second prize for the game, getting us another Snorlax EX from our prize cards. So my opponent finally evolves into Ceruledge EX, and they're gonna go for boss's orders again to target our Archeops. They still need to retreat Radiant Greninja though. Put a fire energy to their Ceruledge EX to attack this turn. They'll attach an energy to Radiant Greninja, but they're just gonna pass. Okay, I'll take it. I could use Scramble Switch to get Archeops out of the active. I think I'll just do that. And then we can keep attacking with Snorlax EX with Toss and Turn Press. We need at least 2 heads here. Oh, we only got 1 though. Dealing 100 damage to Radiant Greninja, not enough to knock it out. That's very unfortunate. Now Snorlax EX is in danger. If my opponent can fully power up their Ceruledge EX, build up enough momentum to their discard pile with energies, maybe they'll just easily knock out our Snorlax EX. But that's okay. We have our Regigigas reserved to take care of their Ceruledge EX. Even if they knock out my Snorlax EX, if we can just take another knockout with maybe another Snorlax, we should be fine. Get our last 2 prizes with Regigigas. So my opponent also has Monkey Dory, okay. So I'm pretty sure they can power up their Ceruledge EX at this point. So there it is. There's the fire energy. And they're gonna go for Abyssal Flames, but they only deal 190 damage. Our Snorlax survives. Dude, I'm gonna start to power up my other Snorlax EX, replace their Pokestop, and then Professor's Research. We can finally get our Bibarel, guys. After a billion turns here, we can finally evolve into Bibarel. And then with Mesagoza, maybe we can get a Regigigas. Hey, we're getting our successful coin flips now. So we can set up at least 1 Regigigas here. Use Primal Turbo. And then we only have 1 double turbo energy left. So we're going to go for Industrious Incisors, capturing Aroma. Let's go ahead and use that. Got tails. And let's see what we got here. We don't have any more energies? I'll get REGIGIGAS. We discarded 3 energies already. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We should have more prized here. So I'm gonna attack. And we got 3 heads! Exactly what we needed to knock out their Ceruledge EX. And we get 2 more energies from our prizes. So all we have to do is use Iono, shuffle those energies back to the deck. We can use Primal Turbo to power up REGIGIGAS, finish off this Ceruledge EX to get our last 2 prizes to win us the game. So even if my opponent manages to power up Ceruledge EX, knock out our Snorlax EX, they're only gonna get 2 prizes for it, and we'll finish off their Ceruledge with our REGIGIGAS to win the game. Man, that was an epic coin flipping action, guys, with Snorlax getting exactly the 3 heads that we needed to knock out their Ceruledge EX. Because at 270 HP, if you only get 2 heads, you'll only deal 220, especially with the double turbo energy, reducing your attack damage. So with 3, it's exactly what you needed to get a knockout against Ceruledge EX. So yeah, I think we got this game. And my opponent concedes. Alright, good game. Alright, on to our next match. This time we'll start with the REGIGIGAS in the active spot. We also have Bidoof on our bench. And I am going first in this matchup. And I think going first is optimal since it takes 2 turns for your Lugia VSTAR to fully evolve. And it's nice that we're starting with 2 capturing aromas. Hopefully we can set up at least 1 Lugia V on our bench. And my opponent will start with a OHKO in their active. Alright. Let's go ahead and use up our capturing aromas. For our first one, we got tails, which is great. We can set up our Lugia V. And then we can use our second one. And this time we got heads. I can either get Bibarel or Lugia VSTAR. I think I'm going to go for Lugia VSTAR. And then I'll just attach the double turbo energy to REGIGIGAS and my turn. Because we have the potential to knock out this OHKO if we can put 2 more energies to REGIGIGAS. And it would not have been practical for me to get Archeops because I'm probably just going to use Iono next turn. For now, my opponent uses Precious Trolley and they set up a bunch of basic Pokemon on their bench. And they have a lot of OHKOs. And they're going to switch out their Bidoof. And then they can item lock us. And that's actually going to be very detrimental to us since we might need the Ultra Balls to discard our Archeops. So this could mess us up a little bit. And my opponent will use Itchy Pollen, dealing 10 damage to REGIGIGAS. Now we cannot use any item cards. Let's evolve into Lugia VSTAR first, and then use Iono. See what we get here. We got Professor's Research. We got Bibarel, at least. I can attach 1 more energy to REGIGIGAS. Let's use this one. Industrious Incisors for 1. Got another Ultra Ball, but we can't use it, so we're just gonna give it to my opponent. So I think I've seen this type of build before somewhere. They'll add HP to Bidoof. I think the idea behind this deck is for them to increase the attack damage of Bidoof using Skeledirge EX's ability, all the while item locking their opponent. I mean, it's an interesting deck, but I don't know. I don't know how good it is. And if they have Skeledirge EX, it's a TERA Pokemon. We can definitely utilize REGIGIGAS to one-hit knock it out, hopefully. But we gotta take care of this Bidoof first. We can't use our Ultra Balls to discard our Archeops. At least we have Professor's Research. We just need to get our Archeops. So I'll just use up the last energy that I have, take care of this Bidoof, knock it out with Jewel Breaker, dealing 80 damage, exactly what we needed to knock it out. And we got our first prize, another energy. So at least we took care of the Bidoof. We can use Ultra Ball next turn, get a bunch of Archeops, and then discard them with Professor's Research. So that's the plan anyways. So my opponent finally evolves into Skeledirge EX. Now they can attack this turn. I think Skeledirge EX has an unblockable attack too. But the damage output is enough to actually take out our Regigigas. But at 330 HP, we're only hitting for 310 with the double turbo energy. So if we set up a Regigigas, we need just regular energies that will not reduce it any further. So with the Area 0 Underdepths, they have a bunch of Badoo, and they will take out our Regigigas, and that will give my opponent their first prize for the game. So, got Jet Energy. Let's go ahead and use our Ultra Ball first. Discard Lugia VSTAR and another energy. Get Archeops. Can use Ultra Ball, discard Archeops, and this Ultra Ball. And I think I'm gonna go for Regigigas. So at least we can energize it with one. But we'll probably need another Archeops. We got Capturing Aroma. Come on, give me heads. Yes! We can get another Archeops. Nice. Then we can use our Nest Ball, get Snorlax EX, and then we can use Professor's Research, discard the second Archeops. At least we can set up 2 Archeops. So ideally, you'll want to set up 2 Archeops. So with Summoning Star, we'll set those up. And now, we can also replace their Area 0 Underdepths. And that will disrupt them, because now they have to discard the Pokemon from their bench until they only have 5 remaining. So they'll take out Fezandipity, EX, and also the OHKO. And with Archeops, I'm gonna start energizing my Regigigas here. Again, no double turbo energy, because we don't want to reduce our attack. And I'll just attach this. And then we can Jewel Breaker. 330 damage to knock out their Skeledirge EX, getting us 2 more prizes. Regigigas is so strong against Terra Pokemon. It's insane. At 330 damage, that's crazy. But we still have to showcase our Snorlax EX, of course. We still have 3 prizes to go. And with no other attackers available to my opponent, they're probably just going to use Badoo here to item lock us again. But you know what? We're already fully set up. This is all we need. And then we can even use Snorlax to start attacking as well. Preserve Regigigas. Maybe we can knock out another Skeledirge EX with Regigigas. Let's see how my opponent sets up here with Fezandipity EX. Because we did knock out one of their Pokemon last turn, they can use Flip the Script to draw 3 cards. And with the rare candy, they will evolve into another Skeledirge EX. For the meantime, they will retreat into a Badoo. With the ability Incendiary Song, by discarding 1 fire energy from their hand, they increase the damage by 60. Wow, 70 damage? That's actually pretty significant. But it's not enough to knock out our Regigigas. I'll use Jet Energy to switch my Snorlax EX in the active. Use Iono. That will also put our energies back to the deck, so we can accelerate it with Archeops. So now we can just attach these 2, giving Snorlax EX 4 energies. And let's go ahead and use Industrious Incisors. And we're going to use Toss and Turn Press. We just need 1 heads. Alright, we got 2 of them. And that's 220 damage, knocking out their Badoo. And now, it is my opponent's turn. So Snorlax EX should be able to survive an attack here from Skeledirge EX. 160 is not going to be enough to knock out my Snorlax EX, even if they had 60 damage. That's going to be 220. So we should be able to survive an attack. So we have two choices next turn. We can either use REGIGIGAS to knock out their Skeledirge, or take a chance with Snorlax EX. If you were in my position, guys, what would you do? Attack with Snorlax EX or REGIGIGAS? I think I'm gonna go for Snorlax EX, to be honest with you. So if we get 3 heads, that's 360 damage minus 20. That's 340. We can knock out their Skeledirge EX if we can get 3 heads. But it's up to you guys. Are you the one that lives dangerously, or do you like to play it safe? So if you like to play it safe, just attack with REGIGIGAS to win the game. If not, use Snorlax EX. Live dangerously. They will switch their Skeledirge EX in the active spot. They will increase their attack. And Luster Burn deals 220 damage. Snorlax EX survives, and you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go for it. Toss and turn press. Come on. That's 1, 2. I am the best. Excellent. Snorlax wins this game with 3 heads, taking our last 2 prizes of the game. Good game. On to our final match. This time, we'll start with the Snorlax EX in the active spot. We also have Bidoof on our bench. My opponent will mulligan once, and we're going against some type of an EV deck, but we know that they have Sylveon EX in their build, and it's actually pretty dangerous. Since we only have 1 chance at using Lugia's V-Star power ability to set up Archeops, if they force us to shuffle Archeops back to the deck, we'll lose our energy accelerator for the duration of the game. But thankfully, we do have Mist Energy. As long as we attach it to Archeops, we should be okay. So for now, my opponent will start with a Mew EX in their active spot. And they will set up an Eevee on their bench, alright? Double Turbo Energy on Mew EX. Dude, they can actually copy Snorlax EX's attack. This is very dangerous. Ooh, we got an Ultra Ball though. Let's go ahead and discard our Archeops here. Get Lugia V. Set that up, and then I think I'll have to sacrifice my Bidoof here. Use Jet Energy, switch it to the active because I don't want my Snorlax EX to die, and I will use Iono. Ooh, we got REGIGIGAS. Actually, I'll hold off on the other one because we'll need at least 2 rooms to set up our Archeops. We have Ultra Ball to get Lugia V-Star next turn. So for now, even if my opponent uses Mew EX, they can't really copy Bidoof's. I mean, they can copy it, but it's not going to be enough to knock anything out. My opponent manages to evolve into Sylveon EX. They will put 1 energy to Mew EX, and they will boss's orders my Snorlax. Oh no, they're going to copy our attack. Here it is. What? No! They got 3 heads! Unbelievable! They actually used our attack against us, knocking out Snorlax EX. Well, we have Nest Ball. I'll get another Snorlax EX. You have to avenge your brother, dude. You have to avenge your brother. Let's go ahead and use our Ultra Ball, get Lugia V-Star. We can use Summoning Star to set up 2 of our Archeops from the discard pile onto the bench. And then let's go ahead and retreat to Snorlax EX. Dude, you have to avenge your brother. Let's go ahead and use Primal Turbo. Get Jet Energy, Gift Energy. If they end up knocking out Snorlax EX, we can draw more cards. And then we're gonna attach Mist Energy as well. That way, even if they push Snorlax EX back to the bench, they will not be able to shuffle it back to the deck. So with Explorer's Guidance, I think I'm gonna go for 2 bosses here. Discard the rest. And we're gonna go for Toss and Turn Press. Come on, 2 heads. Yes! Vengeance is mine! Snorlax said, knocking out Mew EX for knocking out his brother. That was very unexpected, man. Using Mew EX to copy Snorlax attack and actually getting a knockout. That was insane. That's actually pretty funny. Well, they have Glaceon EX as well. Frost Bullet deals 110, 30 bench damage. And the second attack, they can instantly knock out our Pokemon if we have exactly 6 damage counters on it. But I don't know if they can manage that. They'll need another energy to attack with Glaceon EX. Unless they have Sparkling Crystal. But no, they're just gonna end their turn. Okay. Let's go for Primal Turbo. And I'm gonna start to at least put a Mist Energy on one of my Archeops. Energize my Regigigas, and I'm gonna boss Fezandipity and go for a Toss and Turn Press. I need 2 heads here, please. We only got 1 though. So we're hitting for 120. That's okay. At least all of their EV evolutions can't hit for a lot of damage, except for Flareon though. But they need 3 different energies to power it up to get... I mean, Flareon EX can deal 280 damage. So it's enough to knock out Snorlax EX. But they once again will pass. And let me attach 1 more energy to Regigigas. Go for Toss and Turn Press again. We just need 1 here. There it is. We got 2. So we will knock out their Fezandipity EX, getting us 2 more prizes. And we get more energies. Nice. So we pretty much have this game in the bag. Even if they end up knocking out Snorlax EX or something like that, we have Regigigas. We just need to attach 1 more energy, and then we can knock out any of their EV evolutions. Because all of them are Terra Pokemon. So they'll attach the Crystal, Sparkling Crystal to Flareon EX. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one they attack with. All we need to do is attack with Regigigas. And then we can just knock out their Pokemon. So they're going to go for Burning Charge, dealing 130 damage. Then they can search their deck for up to 2 basic energies to attach to their Pokemon. But it's too late. We just need 2 more energies. We're just gonna attach the last energy on Regigigas, retreat our Snorlax, and with Jewel Breaker, we will knock out their Flareon EX, hitting for 310 damage to get our last 2 prizes for game. There it is. Good game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.